In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on December 16, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Miami Heat versus Detroit Pistons. Detroit will host Miami in an exciting Eastern Conference matchup scheduled for Monday, December 16th. The Pistons enter the game with an overall record of 10-16 this season. Although they have struggled for consistency, Detroit has managed to win 4 of its last 5 games leading up to Monday. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat have compiled a record of 13-10, placing them 5th in the highly competitive Eastern Conference standings. The Heat are currently in strong form, having won 6 of their last 8 contests, and they appear to be hitting their stride as the season progresses. In terms of injuries, the Heat are still without Nikola Jovic and Pelle Larsson, while the Pistons will once again be missing Tobias Harris. Detroit is coming off a difficult defeat at the hands of the Boston Celtics, a game in which they struggled from start to finish and were never truly competitive. This loss marked their 4th in the last 5 games, signaling a troubling trend for the Pistons as they continue to slide downward. In contrast, Miami has been performing exceptionally well, riding a 4-game winning streak. The Heat have emerged victorious in 6 of their last 8 games, with Tyler Herro playing a pivotal role. Herro has been showcasing his all-star potential, leading the team in scoring and delivering crucial performances from beyond the arc. This could prove significant against a Pistons defense that ranks as the 3rd worst in the NBA at defending three-point shots. However, Miami does have a tendency to underperform against weaker opponents, which makes this matchup unpredictable. That said, the Heat have demonstrated consistency lately, winning 7 of their last 10 games and playing their best basketball of the season. On the other hand, Detroit has struggled both straight up and against the spread, going 3-7 in their last 10 outings. Additionally, the Pistons have managed just a 4-7 straight-up record at home this season, further highlighting their difficulties. This game represents a classic example of 2 teams heading in opposite directions. The Heat are on an upward trajectory, playing with confidence and cohesion, while the Pistons appear to be in freefall, particularly after their blowout loss to the Celtics. Notably, the last time these teams faced off was on November 12th, when Detroit edged out Miami in a thrilling 123-121 overtime victory. However, given the Heat's current form, they seem well positioned to exact their revenge in this rematch. For Miami, if they aim to avoid the play-in tournament and solidify their playoff position, games like these are must-wins. As a result, the Miami Heat to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. When it comes to the point total, recent trends suggest a lower scoring affair. The under has hit in 18 of Detroit's last 30 home games and 25 of Miami's last 41 road games. Additionally, Detroit has seen the under prevail in 14 of its games this season, including 6 of the 11 contests played at home. Miami's slow pace of play further supports this prediction, as they rank 26th in the NBA in terms of pace. Detroit, while slightly faster, is still in the middle of the pack at 20th in pace, indicating that this matchup is unlikely to feature many high-possession sequences. The Heat, known for struggling to score in the paint, aren't expected to generate many extra opportunities through offensive rebounds or trips to the free throw line. Meanwhile, the Pistons have been highly inefficient on offense and ranked near the bottom of the league in turnover percentage, sitting at 28th overall. With 2 of Detroit's top scorers questionable to play, their offensive outlook appears even bleaker. While there may be moments of back and forth scoring early in the game, sustained defensive production is unlikely on Monday night at Little Caesars Arena. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia 76ers versus Charlotte Hornets. It's a matchup between 2 underperforming teams in the Eastern Conference as a pair of squads desperate to turn their fortunes around face-off in Buzz City. The Philadelphia 76ers are hitting the road for this game as they head to battle the Charlotte Hornets on Monday night. Philadelphia is coming off a frustrating 121-107 home loss to the Indiana Pacers on Friday night, a game where they failed to deliver as a 6.5-point favorite. Meanwhile, the Charlotte Hornets also suffered a setback on Friday night, falling 109-95 on the road against the Chicago Bulls, unable to cover the spread as a 5.5-point underdog. Historically, the 76ers have maintained a slight edge in their all-time regular season series against the Hornets, leading 65-60. Philadelphia has dominated this matchup recently, winning the last 8 meetings, including a 110-104 victory in Charlotte on December 3rd in their most recent encounter. Philadelphia enters this game still dealing with the absence of key players Joel Embiid and Caleb Martin, while Charlotte is expected to field the same lineup as in their previous outing. Both teams have struggled through the early portion of the season, finding themselves outside the playoff picture as the season approaches the 2-month mark. The 76ers, plagued by injuries, have been unable to establish a consistent rhythm. Missing Embiid and Martin has disrupted their rotation, and the team has yet to see an extended stretch where Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Paul George can play together, the core trio around which their season was supposed to be built. On the other hand, Charlotte's challenges are exacerbated by the absence of LaMelo Ball, who is their most reliable scoring option. The Charlotte Hornets have performed poorly overall this season, and their struggles have been magnified without Ball in the lineup. That being said, the Philadelphia 76ers have also been underwhelming, with only 7 wins to their name and a continued inability to meet expectations. The absence of Embiid further complicates matters for Philadelphia, leaving them vulnerable despite being favored to win. While the 76ers are still the more talented team on paper, their inconsistency and current roster issues create a scenario where Charlotte has a reasonable chance to cover the spread as underdogs. So the Charlotte Hornets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. As of Sunday night, Philadelphia's games this season have trended toward the under, with a 12-10-1 mark in their 23 contests. The 76ers are the slowest team in the league in terms of tempo, ranking 30th with an average of 96.3 possessions per game, while their turnover rate of 14.6 per game places them 12th in the NBA. Charlotte has also leaned toward the under in their games, with 14 of their 25 contests staying below the projected total, along with 1 push. The Hornets rank near the bottom of the league in both pace and turnovers, sitting 26th in tempo with an average of 97.1 possessions per game and 25th in turnovers at 16.2 per contest. Both meetings between the 76ers and Hornets this season have leaned on the defensive side, with 6 of the last 9 matchups staying under the total. In their 2 previous games this season, the 76ers and Hornets combined to average just 213 points per contest, with the total split evenly at 1-1. Notably, that figure includes an overtime game in their first meeting, which significantly inflated the scoring average. Excluding the extra period, the 2 teams combined for an average of just 204 points per game. These are 2 of the least productive offenses in the league, and neither has demonstrated much consistency or confidence on the offensive end. With Embiid likely sidelined again, Philadelphia loses a significant portion of its scoring capabilities. The 76ers, who rank 26th in possessions per game, have shown little interest in pushing the pace and have struggled offensively, failing to score more than 108 points in each of their last 4 games. Similarly, the Hornets, who rank 22nd in possessions per game, have been even worse offensively, managing 104 points or fewer in 8 of their last 9 contests. Given the slow pace and offensive struggles of both teams, the under has been a consistent trend in this matchup, with a 5-2 record in the last 7 meetings between Philadelphia and Charlotte. Considering these factors, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Cleveland Cavaliers versus Brooklyn Nets. A new week of NBA action kicks off on Monday, and fans can look forward to an exciting Eastern Conference showdown between the Cleveland Cavaliers, boasting an impressive 22-4 record, and the Brooklyn Nets, who are sitting at 10-15. This matchup brings plenty of intrigue as the Cavaliers aim to maintain their dominance, while the Nets attempt to overcome recent struggles and injuries. Cleveland heads into this contest with a short-handed roster, missing key player Max Strus and with Craig Porter Jr. listed as questionable. Meanwhile, Brooklyn will be without Bojan Bogdanovic and Cam Thomas, both sidelined due to injuries. Adding to their challenges, the Nets recently traded Dennis Schroeder to the Golden State Warriors, leaving them without 2 of their most reliable scoring guards. This has significantly impacted Brooklyn's performance, as they've lost 5 of their last 6 games, with an average margin of defeat of 6 points during that stretch. Given these circumstances, it's tough to support the Nets in this matchup. The Cavaliers, on the other hand, bring the league's most potent offense into this game. Cleveland leads the NBA in offensive efficiency, scoring an impressive 119 points per 100 possessions, while the Brooklyn Nets have been competitive at times this season and managed to cover spreads in several games. Their recent 4-6 record over the last 10 games highlights their inconsistency. The decision to trade Schroeder further signals the Nets' focus on rebuilding for the future, potentially aiming for a high lottery pick. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers not only boast 22 wins this season but also hold a strong 18-8 record against the spread. This consistency makes them clear favorites in this matchup, and they are well positioned to capitalize on a Nets team dealing with injuries and trade-related distractions. Cleveland's dominance, particularly on the offensive end, makes them a reliable pick in this game. Their ability to stretch leads with their scoring firepower has been a recurring theme this season. As such, betting on the Cavaliers to win and cover the spread as favorites feels like a safe choice. The Cavs have been consistently cashing tickets for bettors, and there's little reason to stop backing them now, especially against a struggling opponent like Brooklyn. So the Cleveland Cavaliers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Defensively, Cleveland remains one of the league's strongest teams, ranking 8th in defensive efficiency and allowing just 108 points per 100 possessions. This defensive prowess raises a crucial question: where will Brooklyn's points come from? The Nets have struggled offensively in recent games, failing to score more than 102 points in 4 of their last 6 outings. A blowout along the lines of 115-85 seems entirely possible in this matchup, as Brooklyn's offense continues to falter against top-tier defenses like Cleveland's. While the Cavaliers are expected to put up a solid offensive performance, this game is still likely to lean toward a low-scoring affair. With the Nets' scoring struggles and Cleveland's elite defense, the total points could remain under the projected line. For these reasons, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.